Hello everyone, my name is S. J. Krishnan. I am currently doing the fifth demo presentation of the internship of 24 September CT, which mainly comprises of Spring Boot applications, in which Spring Boot framework, microservice, security, and all are explained throughout the sessions. So moving on to the demo presentation, I would like to do my demonstration on the topic PayPal provide API code walkthrough, and in which it consists of IDE debugging also. So this demonstration is regarding the session which was taught by the tutor, which was on five, week 5 10. So moving on to the session, we will have a API code walkthrough, and for giving a walkthrough, we would like to have first a little bit introduction of all the things we just did. We did coding for create, order, and capture order. So these were the API calls we did for our functionalities. And mainly create order was there, capture order was there, and also get order. Create and capture was through post API, and for get order we use get API call. So for get order, that do via postman plus get order. So, so this was done. And also for authorization, we used auth, authorization, and that too by API code. And moving on to the sessions we did to create order and capture order, where the functionality comprises of create order is where the session is started off, and the capture order is for the showing the status of what we just created, and for get order is to present that current status of the create order. So there is like refactorings to be done to like significantly identify what all things to be done. So there is one refactorization explained in this section. In fact, that is first of all for by authorization we have to prepare request, and then by HTTP call we have to then process response, and then comes the create order. So then came over about the factorization of functions. Then there is like a function diagram which is explained for services that is embarked in this process. So, service I am here mentioned, and in that there comes this create the request, and then make HTTP call, and then process response, and then you have to capture it, in which the same procedure is to be obeyed. That is prepare request, make HTTP call, then you have to process response, then comes the get, where the same process has to be done, and then process the response. And also with respect to this, there is one parallel thing to be done, that is payment service output, and then comes payment service processor. And last, we have to handle everything that is being done. So, service handler, and which the functionality is payment is given by the setting. So that is refactorization of the functions to be done. And also we can just break down this fully code into smaller parts so as to get the maximum output with the minimum code we should perform. And for that there should be a breakdown to the process. Yes, here. IMPL is this service payment service. But to break down that into smaller classes that comprise of these things, helper and processor. Then comes one major explanation of this create order, that is create order. That is one. We have to first of all prepare request, then we have to make TTP, then we have to convert response JSON to Java object. Then we have to set value to order, and then we have to turn response. For converting response JSON to Java object, we should mainly use the help of internet, which is that to by chat. You have to convert the response JSON, like you would have to give a convert the JSON to Java object and give the JSON body beside this sentence, so we could get the desired response for processing. So for that we have to use the internet for help. Mostly it would get the desired result, and then comes the steps to be carried out. It is refactor and break your code for that. Yeah. Okay, moving on to this modified text. Refactor and break your code into smaller manageable pieces. That's in the form of a modular application. And then comes the primary step is how to analyze existing is of code. That will be by using IDE and then by thinking logically how to approach code. And then you have to evaluate and then to evaluate Postman API calls the result, and we should consider removing hard coding by defining constants. Property files. Then we have to populate data and possible resources. These are all to be done in which, for an example, I would like to show this on payments.service section. For this token service, there's a constant which is given as constant or grant client credentials. So it is inputted for this for reducing the complexity of the code, and so to nullify any possible bugs or any mistakes that could happen. And this constants will be reflected in another section where the constant payments of constant will be, and there it will be shown. So what we needed to do, what the desired functionality, it will all be reflected over here. So that's how we just minimize the complexity of the code. And moving on to the next step, that is building builder design pattern for object creation. And is pattern given by standard solutions for recurring problems. This one's builder TP is to build object. For that, we use, just as mentioned, we use builder design pattern for object creation. For design pattern, it is known as a standard solutions for any problems that occur once again and again. So use that pattern for fixing that, and then comes step to create all Java objects which would represent the JSON structure. For that, we should, as a must, we should have the help from ChatGPT so as to get the desired or the predicted output code. Yes, we have to do manual. When comes the next step, that is to populate this Java objects feature process from ChatGPT chatted to a new builder design pattern. And then you have to convert this to JSON. For that, we should again use the help from ChatGPT. Then after everything is done, after everything is done, we have to then send request. So that comprises about all the sections which coincide with this creator of functionalities. Walk through this IDE application. We would just do just run this. We run the code. We would just look for the terminals to process this application, and then it is shown as full failure, and you have to just check with this compilation error. And as per internet is readily available in our fingertips, we have to copy this then paste it in ChatGPT. And okay, now it's back on track. Just wait, paste it, and just so it will show the necessary debugging we should check with. So you have to, from reference of this output, we have to just check it and verify, and just and then correct everything so as to get the desired output. So this is also a part of the debugging that I am explaining now. So you have to take any means necessary so as to get the desired functionality. And then going on to the next step, there is one thing we should just have to keep in mind, and it's a basic necessity. The code executed to end should be having or access token input and then account create order input, and then it should have a response should print the put to the DTR and send back to API. So this we should just check in whichever program you're doing. So it should be mandatory checked. So the auth access token should be invoked and PayPal create order invoked. So response should be put into order DTR should be sent back to the API response. So that is the logs that is to be checked. So I just run before. Okay. Now there is another thing to be carried out. This line by line analysis. That is to check if values occur to end. For that, we should have a quick space debug this file. We have to debug this Eclipse application. So that's what I just explained before. We should have the ability to debug Eclipse. So, and then there comes the section of Spring Boot debug mode. That will be should run as one right click project and then right click for running, then debug as Spring Boot app, then we need to test API call, then just like run as should execute the code. Then comes next step to debug mode gives you capable make a request while it is being executed. That is through JVM and in line execution. So about these three lines, this is what I just explained just 5 minutes before. That is, we have to execute the program and then terminal will show which all errors were found out while taking the output from the program while compiling the program. So we should debug by ourselves or just copy the printed error in ChatGPT. So it will instruct us some measures to be taken care of. Then we have to do that, and Also, there is another point is that breakpoint should be there. Have to add breakpoint in the code. Can step can be a step over or can step down for that. There that is provisions to show like skip all breakpoints. Then if we just